I've always heard how beautiful Alderaan's supposed to be. Figures I'm gonna see it in the middle of a war. At least it'll still be pretty in the Hollows.
You can sightsee after we win the Great Hunt.
That's assuming there'll be anything left to see. Forget it, you wouldn't understand.
Welcome to Alderaan, Hunter. Former tourist capital of the core worlds. Your target here is a nobleman nicknamed the Durasteel Duke on account of his knack for staying alive. Over 1,000 assassins have come and gone trying to put the Duke to bed, but he ain't met you yet, right? He was last seen with House Girard. They're guests of House SWTOR, so that's a good place to start looking. Good luck.
Figure she'd gloss over the details. Lucky for you, I'm on the job.
Fill me in. I hate surprises.
In a nutshell, when the Queen of Alderaan died a few years ago, the head of the military declared himself king. That didn't go over so well. Now the 3 largest houses are fighting over the crown.
Who would have seen that coming?
A lot of people didn't. Boris Olga was a Republic war hero. House Organa and House Thule are Olga's only real opposition, but they're at each other's throats too. Basically, Organa wants Alderaan back in the Republic, and Thule came back from exile with the help of the Empire. Hey, are you getting all this?
Our mark is with Girard at House Thule, and the rest are target practice. Anything else?
Well, that pretty much sums it up. Come on. We better go pay a visit to House Girard. Oh, and one last thing. The nobles of Alderaan are different. They think they're untouchable, and they won't be impressed, no matter how big a gun you wave around.
Oh, it's good to relax. This is as close as I'm getting to it these days.
Could have fooled me.
Laugh all you want, it's hard work relaxing. I've spent so long keeping one step ahead of somebody, I can't believe I've lost them for good. At least when I'm out with you, I usually know where the blaster fire's coming from. Keeps my mind off trouble. Mostly.
The less time you and Trouble spend together, the better.
You've got a marvelously camouflaged sense of humor, you know that? Let's see how easily you brush off your old instincts and catch 40 winks after you've spent 30 years bounty hunting.
You can sleep when you're dead.
It's so nice to have a partner concerned with my health and well-being. Come on, I think I've had my fill of all this cheering up.
I'd just cuffed the whelp for scuffing my boot with the stirrup when... Oh, abominable.
Just ignore it. Maybe it'll wander away.
I'm looking for the Durasteel Duke.
Durasteel Duke? What is this roughneck babbling about?
Duke Corwin, you old dotard.
Is that what they call him? How quaint. You must leave, now, and use the servants' exit. People would talk if they saw someone of your ilk here.
People are gonna talk after I blast you out of your boots.
Are you going to take that, Hader?
Absolutely not. Leave immediately. Do not force me to defend my honor.
Don't be ridiculous, Father. This is a matter for the guards.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, return to the festivities. I will have a few words with our esteemed guest here.
You better pick those words more carefully than your friends here.
I will deal with you respectfully if you extend me the same courtesy.
You aren't seriously considering dealing with this thug?
Uncle, please. I have the situation well in hand. Return to the festivities. This is not a request. I believe I know why you're here, but this is a discussion best held in private. Please wait in my office. I'll be right with you.
I'm a bounty hunter. I'm after the Durasteel Duke. Can you help me or not?
Right to the point, yes? I'm afraid the Duke and his sister left House Girard some time ago under unpleasant circumstances. House Girard now has a vested interest in finding the Duke and having him meet an unpleasant end. A minor noble claims to have a lead on the Duke. However, he insists on meeting in person, which I'm not willing to do. Instead, I will employ you.
Formalities aren't in my job description.
I can't expect you to navigate the intricacies of our society, but I can give you the authority to negotiate on my behalf. From this point on, you will act as House Girard's advocate, a role of honor. Come, I will walk you through the appointment ceremony.
Just set up this deal. The Duke's not getting any deader.
You have a point. Let us move with haste. It is customary for information to be double encrypted in these transactions, so Lord Malphas must enter his half of the key before you take the data. I'll let Malphas know you'll arrive at his encampment soon. Be on your best behavior.
Stop right where you are. You have no rank here. Etiquette dictates that no one below my rank is permitted within 10 paces of my person without my express consent.
Used to be 5 paces. I suppose the war is making people jumpy.
Wait, you are the advocate of House Girard? Outrageous! I would not trust the likes of you to scrub my sewage, let alone deliver vital correspondence.
Are we gonna deal, or what?
Honor dictates this message must stay in my care until I give it to someone of rank, not a trained Thranter. Look, I have here tokens of respect for my peers, a mission for a page. Deliver them and earn a 10-year-old's honor. Then I can speak to you.
You expect me to run this junk all over Alderaan?
Too much to ask. This is why we don't trust the ill-bred with even tasks of menial honor. If you have no honor and will not prove yourself, I have no reason to further tolerate your presence.
I got a reason right here.
Your artful diplomacy is a wonder to behold.
Oh! You struck me! How dare you! You knuckle-dragging ape! I'll see your head on a pike! What are you both waiting for? Pound this cur to the ground!
I think I knocked him cross-eyed.
Baron Zaka will hear of this offense. Enjoy explaining why my information will now go to someone else. I demand that you prostrate yourself and beg for mercy, or so help me, I'll have you brought before a tribunal for these grievous affronts.
I'm done playing games with you.
You wouldn't dare. Wait! I shall enter my half of the security key. You take this message to Baron Zaka with my fond regards.
Don't know what bruised more easily, his ego or his face.
May we never meet again.
It is clear that you have plans in motion, nephew. Ah, your newest lackey. Tell me, did my nephew mention that he already hired a bounty hunter and got him promptly killed?
Past business dealings aren't my interest. Getting paid for this one is.
I recall Vibu saying something similar before you killed him. It's never a bad idea to show interest in your competition.
If you would please excuse yourself, Uncle. I have business with my advocate.
I see how your brat Rafid learned to disgrace us. Advocate. Ah.
I just got a very impolite communication from Lord Malphas, saying that you assaulted him. Is that true?
I convinced him it'd be a bad idea to hold out on me.
You know, I'm beginning to appreciate your particular brand of diplomacy. According to Malphas's information, Duke Corwin is in negotiations with our enemy, House Organa. They're placing messages in phony relics at House Alder's Royal Museum for later retrieval. Duke Corwin's placed an imposter relic in the museum recently. You'll have to forcibly enter House Alder and find it.
I'll get my gear together and head back out.
House Alder has the support of Organa and the Republic. Do not underestimate them. And use extreme caution. The museum holds priceless cultural treasures. Nobody wants to be responsible for destroying that heritage.
Priceless is something Alderaanians only use to describe things they still own. Catch my drift?
What is all that noise?
Oh, wow, look at all this stuff. It's gorgeous.
Oh no. Out, please. Take your battles elsewhere. This museum has no strategic value.
I'm only gonna ask this once. Where's the fake?
You must be mistaken. Each piece here is an irreplaceable artifact from Alderaan's long and distinguished heritage. Some are thousands of years old. You must go before anything is damaged.
I'm not leaving until I find what I'm looking for.
I have cared for these antiquities for 57 years. Every item here is the genuine article. I can prove it to you. I have an integrity scanner we use for restoration work. It will only take a few minutes to scan for Oh no! The security cameras, they've spotted you. You can't fight in here.
Guess you'd better hurry then.
Oh no, oh no, oh no! I really don't know what you expect to find, but look out! I've found something. But that's impossible. If this is a fake, where is the real first founding memorial vase?
That wasn't so tough, was it?
Who would risk our precious history by hiding such a thing here? You have what you want. Now, please, leave. Please.
Accept your hand? I'd sooner thrust my fist into a thresher.
I don't understand. I thought this had already been arranged. Approved.
Advocate, be so kind as to remove this thing from my presence.
I'm not your bouncer.
I suppose insolence is to be expected from one of your sparse social graces. As for you, if I find you here when I return, I'll have the cook skewer and baste you.
Does this mean I should cancel the ceremony?
Your attack on House Alder certainly didn't go unnoticed, but you managed not to cause any unnecessary destruction. That merits a bonus, I think.
Nice to be appreciated.
Excellence should never go unnoticed. Let's see what you've discovered. This is an Organa's house tongue. Give me a moment to pass the details. These houses... Thule vassals, Ulgo vassals, House Organa. Duke Corwin isn't just allying with the Organas. He's organizing an entire coalition against the House Thule.
Does that thing say where the Duke is or not?
It does. But that information is of no further use to us now. My cousin is safe within the sanctuary of House Rist. If he's under their protection, it's little wonder why the Durasteel Duke always survives. The Rists are a family of assassins who ascended into nobility through centuries of murder and sabotage. Duke Corwin is beyond our reach.
Anybody who can't kill someone face to face ain't a concern of mine.
The last bounty hunter I hired probably thought the same thing. You'll need to find Duke Corwin's haven inside House Rist and stop whatever negotiations my cousin has underway permanently. I'm likely sending you to your death, but if you can manage to succeed, I will have a suitable payment waiting.
You know, you're pretty quick to sniff out an opportunity for profit.
What's your point?
Just an observation. Makes food for thought. I wonder how much more lucrative our little partnership could be if you applied that intuition to something other than bounty hunting.
Leave me out of your scheming.
Don't sell our partnership short. My abundance of skills and expertise are always at your disposal. It just so happens that most of my expertise is in crime. Mull it over. I hate to see so much potential go to waste. Keep your blaster handy. I smell a trap.
I'm afraid you're too late. Duke Corwin took his leave of House Rist on a shuttle just moments ago. Rather hastily, I might add. So hastily he neglected to pay me. A rather gauche breach of etiquette. And unwise.
Tell me where the Duke's headed and I'll disappear.
Had I spoken with him, rest assured, I would not be complaining of unpaid dues. Still, it's odd to see Duke Corwin panic. Regardless, congratulations are in order for surviving this long. It's more than can be said for the last bounty hunter to stalk our dear Duke.
More than can be said for your cloak and dagger flunkies, too.
Don't let your success here go to your head. Our best assassins don't man our garrisons. I'm going to make you an offer, and I'm only going to make it once. House Rist has been contracted to eliminate Baron House Girard and all of House Girard's leadership. We'd like to commission you to carry out these assassinations on our behalf.
Nothing you can offer would make me do it.
Not even for your life. Because that is what's at stake here, Bounty Hunter.
This is a no-brainer. Don't tell me you've got a soft spot for that aristocrat.
It's a simple decision, really. Death or profit.
Your credits are no good.
I'm pretty sure they don't expire. Look, he didn't mean that. His helmet's just on too tight. Give me a minute to talk it over with him.
I said I was only going to offer once. Goodbye.
Advocate, are you there? Damn this blasted thing. Can you hear me? I have news. I don't dare discuss the details on an insecure channel. Please return to House Girard as soon as possible.
I apologize for recalling you here, but I couldn't risk my cousin catching wind of this discussion. If his retreat from House Rist is any indication, the Durasteel Duke is already running scared, and I'd like him to stay right where he is. It may not be our goal, but crippling House Rist is worth noting. Consider this payment for supporting the Thule war effort.
Your whole family is on the Rist's hit list.
Thank you for the warning, but I don't think Rist is in any position to strike after your actions. What is the meaning of this?
I just caught this little rake of yours in a dalliance with my wife.
More like you caught your wife in a dalliance with me, cuckold.
Unless you want half of House Thule, questioning why we continue to keep you riffraff here, you'll grant me that winter haven of yours.
My grandfather's estate? Are you mad? That's half my family's lands. Advocate, kill this petty extortionist, and I'll double what I just gave you.
You picked a bad time to show up, buddy.
You pay this thug to murder me? It's idiotic to think you'd actually get away with that.
There is a war going on, or hadn't you noticed? You've just become another unfortunate casualty.
You're insane!
Worth every last credit. Thank you, Advocate. Rapid, you're confined to your chambers indefinitely. Hope I do not keep you there for the rest of your natural life. Now get out!
My life or yours, father?
As I was saying, with House Rist unable to protect him, I have no doubt that Duke Corwin is seeking asylum with the Organas.
I've already crushed the best this planet has to offer.
The Organas have off-world support as well. but let's not speculate. You've more than demonstrated your talent for frontal assault. There's nowhere left for my cousin to run. Go kick down House Organa's doors and give them hell. Expect a bonus for any additional Organa casualties.
Vala, help! Someone is trying to kill me. Vala! Wait! Don't shoot! I'm not who you think I am. Look! See?
Guess nobody told you. The bait gets eaten.
No! No, please! Don't!
It's a trap! Take him down!
Hold your fire. There has been enough needless killing today. This is a misunderstanding. I am sure we can reach an agreement without further bloodshed.
This isn't about money. The Duke's gotta die.
If you want to see the Duke, you need only look there. The real Duke Corwin died almost a month ago while visiting to negotiate a treaty. Even using Kolto suspension, our attempts to revive him have ultimately failed. All we've managed to do is delay his bodily death.
Doesn't explain why you got his sister running around as a decoy.
Duke Corwin promised he'd rally nobles loyal to him to Organa's side, but his death dashed any hopes of those alliances. Lady Corwin agreed to help us and her. Strong family resemblance allowed her to make a convincing double for her brother.
If I'd known it was that easy, my double cost me a Hutt's fortune.
We sent her to House Rist, to maintain the illusion that the Durasteel Duke was alive and well until she finished negotiating those alliances.
Weren't the 1,000 attempts on his life a clue this was a bad idea?
Duke Corwin's arrangement with House Rist had never failed him before. Since you're more than capable of taking Duke Corwin from us, we won't resist under 2 conditions. Leave peacefully and speak nothing of this deception to anyone.
Free money or blood money? Life's always full of tough decisions.
Will you agree to those terms?
I'd rather rack up my bonus kills.
I'll be right behind you, all the way to the bank.
No! Please, no! Ah!
Open fire!
This is a new low, Rafid.
You're accusing me. If anyone is...
Gentlemen, compose yourselves. Our esteemed guest has returned.
We are busy, Bounty Hunter, and as you can see, Baron Zakar is otherwise indisposed. My nephew's last act was preparing a sum of credits. I can only assume they're yours.
How'd the Baron bite it?
My nephew was done in by a poisoned glass of wine. Obviously his overambitious progeny's doing.
I'm ambitious now? Why, Uncle? Stooping to compliments, to slander me.
The Baron has no further need of your services. I have to assume the burden of managing my nephew's estate.
As the Baron's only son, I have first claim to succession, hater.
Your claim was forfeit the moment you killed your father. As Regent, the title passes to me.
Actually, Father, the Baron passed his authority to our advocate. Legally, the Bounty Hunter could name the new head of House Girard.
Why do either of you deserve to be Baron?
Being my nephew's faithful right hand for years obviously makes me the most suited to this task. Besides, I've accumulated a tidy sum over the years. Appoint me Baron and I'll see you well rewarded.
Ha! Hater keeps his purse strings so tight he could garrote you with it. Grant me my inheritance, and I'll grant you a title. That's fair, right? You can make yourself at home whenever you like.
Should either one of them take over, we'll all end up hoppers or lapdogs to the Thools. If you would finally liberate me from these buffoons, I would be very grateful.
Enough pandering. What's your decision, Advocate?
I'm going with Itala.
Father, I shan't have need of your counsel as Vice Baron. You may consider yourself a lord-in-waiting.
This is your gratitude for rearing you to adulthood?
Think of it as a reward for all the years you devoted to raising me as a commodity. As for you, Rapid, you are hereby banished from House Girard.
You can't! Where will I go?
When have you ever had trouble finding a bed? I'm sure you'll be fine. I can handle things from here, Advocate. Thanks to you, I can now take control of my life.
Those are wrist colors. I told you to take the deal.
You looking for trouble?
No need to be alarmed. I'm only here to deliver a message. It is unfortunate that our individual arrangements had us at odds earlier, but that's simply the nature of our business. My master wishes to ensure that there's no ill will left between us.
Steer clear of me, and you won't have any problems.
That is acceptable. House Rist will no longer interfere with your affairs. News Taro Blood will not take graciously, I'm sure. He fronted a considerable sum to ensure his rivals were dealt with. I imagine he'll threaten some reprisal, but I think we both know what Taro Blood's word is worth.
I've been thinking it over, and I see a lot of room for improvement maximizing your profits. Take catching me, for example. Sure, you got a nice bounty from the Great Hunt, but why stop there? You just need to use a little imagination.
This have something to do with your duplicate?
Nothing slips past you, now does it? A few words in the right ears and you could make a lot of money on poor Tiresias's remains, if you don't mind double-crossing crime lords. Offer the body, see who bites, rob them blind. Couldn't be simpler.
I get dirty enough handling my client's funny business, thanks.
Think of it as just another job. I'm a client with a strong personal interest in seeing Tiresias avenged. And what better tribute to the late me than ripping off the scum who put me there?
Bioscan incoming.
The Durasteel Duke, confirmed. Guess he wasn't blaster-proof after all. You're clear to move on.
Any word on our rival?
It's been confirmed that Irido-san was disqualified in his sleep weeks ago. Guess he got sloppy. Welcome to the final round, Hunter. Contact your handler when you're ready to proceed. Good hunting.
Just start prepping my parade.
If you're looking to be surrounded by cheering fans, you really need to work on your personal skills. Looks like someone's been trying to get through. What do you bet it's Krista waiting to talk our ears off?
I know who you are, Hunter. You have made an enemy of Taro Blood. Even now, Taro's comrades head to Nar Shaddaa to discuss ways to eliminate you from the Great Hunt. I am sending you the coordinates of that meeting. I do not know how long they'll be there, so I'd suggest haste.
This your idea of a trap?
Yes, but you are not the one it's meant to ensnare. Taro robbed you of your allies in this competition. It seems only fitting that you return the favor.
I like the way you think.
There is no finer thing than the blood of an enemy righteously slain. Go to Nar Shaddaa. Confront those who have dishonored you and my people. Show them what it means to be a true warrior.
That was Head Arsoon. I can't believe it.
If you're done gushing, I want to know about your new crush.
If you ever kept up with anything, you'd be impressed too. Soon was the youngest bounty hunter ever to win the Great Hunt. But that was over 65 years ago. Oh, he had an amazing career. Most of the crazy hunter stories out there are attributed to him. He's what bounty hunting is all about. If Soon wants to help us, we should seriously consider heading to those coordinates. That guy, Carteri from Nar Shaddaa, remember him? Doesn't exist.
Figured he'd get in front of a blaster sooner or later.
No, he's not dead. Not as far as I know, anyway. I can't find out anything about him. Nothing.
You already thought he was SIS.
Yeah, but he was such a wimp, I sort of threw that theory out. You know what's weird? The more I look at that holo of coral, the more it makes me think. If I've got a sister, what else have I got? Aunts, uncles, cousins? Maybe I've been missing family dinners for my whole life.
You find your long-lost family, next thing you know, they're hitting you up for a loan.
Or asking me to do the dishes. Guess I'm better off. Still, I've gotta wonder, how are they connected to SIS? Something I need to figure out.